This your boy Moolah. This week at the Fat Podcast, and we back with another one. Let's get dead into it.
Was I like in my late? I was like 35 or something like that. I was late 30s or something like that, and we were together. She was younger than me, and she said to me one time, "Oh, you know, I wish I'd have got with you when you were in your 20s. You know, when you were really in your prime." And I was thinking. And I always remembered that, and I sort of laughed it off at the time. But I was thinking, God, if I said that to a woman, can you imagine how castigated I get? Can you imagine if I dated, if I dated a woman who was like at 40 or something? I'm like, oh God, I wish I'd have got with you when you were like 25. You know, like, and I'm not saying it was acceptable for her to have said that, but it feels more acceptable, you know, for a woman to say something like that about a man. So yeah, you know, I think there is a little bit of a double standard these days.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. That is a horrible thing to say. I'm not going to lie to you.
It's all right. I wasn't hot then either, so it's fine. You know.
Do you guys think the phrase is true that men would have sex with anyone?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
I'd like to think my boyfriend has standards.
But I feel like a lot of men out there will definitely have sex with anyone. 100%. Even women that they will say, oh, you know, you'll have some men and they'll be like, oh, I would never have sex with this woman. But you'll be surprised they do. They just probably don't speak about it.
Don't they need to get aroused first?
Like, I
feel
feel
like
don't care
men are
about
not
that.
as trash as we think they are.
But I feel like in this day and age, some men don't care about that. They'll actually just sleep with whoever. Yeah, but they probably won't speak about it because they'll be ashamed in a way. But I feel like men are capable.
To be aroused.
I know.
Have you heard the percentage rate of people having sex? Like,
please tell me.
I told you it's low standards at the moment.
No. Yeah, exactly.
So they will go for anyone.
They will.
I still have the belief, but I feel like they have. I
disagree.
They need to be aroused.
I'm just curious. Have you guys' mind changed at all about who has higher standards, men or women, and who's pickier, men or women?
No.
Women.
Yeah, I definitely feel like men.
You still think men are pickier?
I think women are.
I think women
are picky. Yeah, I definitely know I'm picky.
And when it comes down to men sleeping with anything, I do feel like money plays an issue. It plays a factor. When it comes down to men sleeping with anything, because if a man had earned less money, I feel like he would then go and sleep with anything because he's going for what he can get. But once he starts earning the amount that he can to be able to get the type of women that he actually wants to sleep with, he would then go and do that. He would.
Correct. You are correct, woman.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's actually it's a very.
Yeah, that's true. It's like they say like men are only as loyal as their options.
I think that's true. I think that's 100% true.
Yeah.
I think, to be honest, I mean, guys would be like, you know, playing the moral high card of like, oh, you know,
I would never cheat.
Yeah, and it's like, come on, you know.
Exactly.
It's an interesting point though. Would a guy sleep with anything? I don't. I think it's probably a more nuanced answer. I think there are some guys who are so thirsty that perhaps they would.
Exactly.
But at the same time, there is a mechanical thing here, you know, like you said, you have to sort of get aroused, otherwise it's not happening. And I mean, for me personally, I've always had, for me, fairly high standards. I mean, high standards in the sense that if I'm not feeling it, I'm just not going to do it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and now especially, I'd rather go home and have a cup of tea, listen to LBC. You know, like I'm just not going to go there if I'm not feeling it. Do you know what I mean? But I think equally there are guys who are quite thirsty and they feel they don't have options.
100%.
Do you think that? Go ahead.
I was gonna say there's a difference. Like I always say, where there's money, there's females. Where there's money,
that's
there's
true.
females.
Yeah.
So there's a difference between being thirsty and just having money.
Yeah,
you understand? So I feel like even when you do have money, there's a particular type of girl that you go for rather than when you're just thirsty.
And what does she look
like?
That's facts.
What does she look like? The girl that they go for? It doesn't matter. Everyone's a 10.
Not everyone's a 10.
It depends.
No, not everyone's a 10, but there's a different type of girl. There's a different type of female. You know, where there's money and you go for any type of female, it's kind of, it could be high level. It could be attractive females, you know. And then when you're thirsty, it's just anybody and anyone. The spectrum is so wide. Whereas
I agree.
when you have money, there's a particular type of girl you go for. Just there's many.
Because you got the money, so you got more options. If you ain't got no money, you have less options. So that's why the man will stick his dick in about anything that let him, because he broke. When he got money, he got more options. So he like, no, I won't hit that. But if I was broke, I'd hit that. a thirsty Thursday. Yeah, it's different, y'all.
Many of them.
Mhm.
So I feel like we need to differentiate where there's money, there's girls or females, and when you're thirsty and you sleep with anything.
Yeah.
So then again, it almost seems like men aren't as picky as women if they'd sleep with anything.
No, I think they are picky because it depends. Like I said, it depends on where in the spectrum you fall in.
Oh no, I would say like the top guys are picky, but
Yeah, if you have
but
money, I
yeah.
feel like you're allowed to be picky
yeah,
because you
Yeah.
have money.
Well, look at
Whereas if you don't have the,
but it's like what percent of guys have money? So it's like you're talking.
Thank you. Say it again, Per. What percentage of these men got money with all these options? Y'all think this shit easy? It's way different.
About if we talk about men in general,
no, but
like,
what
they're
type
not-
of money do you think? Because like you said, the percentage here was lower than when you've had other podcasts.
Mhm.
So what does everyone think money is? Depending on wherever.
That's true. That's a good point. That's true.
But so if you look at Leonardo DiCaprio, I mean, it's well documented, isn't it? You know, the chart of his ex-girlfriends, and they're all under 26 or whatever, and he's clearly a guy with about as much choice as you could get in the dating market. And I mean, he's clearly very picky, right? You know, so if you take it to that extreme, and yeah, I think then when you come further down the scale, guys are going to be more thirsty, less picky, and whatever. I suppose they feel they need to, you know, to get some intimacy somehow. But you know, and this is what I mean. I think the dating marketplace it's kind of a jungle out there. Really, it's a very Darwinian thing, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? We can try and dress it up and pretend it isn't, and it's all really nice and everything. But you know, I mean, it's the haves and the have-nots, isn't it? Really.
What do you think is different about dating today than it was 10 years ago?
10 years ago, they date to marry.
10 years ago?
Well, not 10, but 100. Yeah.
Just switched that up quick as hell 10 years ago. Really? That was 2013? Don't think so.
So you don't think people date to marry today?
In this day and age, no, I feel like.
And whose fault is that, do you think? Men or women?
I feel
Probably both.
I feel like it started off as men's, and then now
now
it's
it's
on the woman.
Women, yeah.
definitely.
Why?
Because men always feel like women are trying to finesse them, or you know, are
I feel
trying to
like
be with
women have
them.
had enough.
No, I feel like for me it's like because women are way more accessible. So men at the end of the day they lose interest because if that's too accessible, it's like it's just like you wanna feel like I need to, you know, hunt this lady that I'm really interested in. You don't wanna have that all the time. That just
Well, it's almost like if men will do anything for sex and we all waited till we were married, and we would all be married.
100%.
yeah.
But, you know, it's the women that aren't waiting till they're married. So wouldn't you say it's on women?
No.
Well, yeah, I'll say it's on women now, but I feel like it was triggered by men.
Why was it triggered by men? Because didn't the sex have to, like, that's had to be, because before, I'd imagine like 100 years ago, it was more common to wait till you were married.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? So who had to give up? Like, who's in control of who has sex? Women, not men.
Yes.
Right. So who fault is it?
It's true.
You put a naked girl in front of most guys, they're going to...
Oh, sorry, no, though.
I think men are more.
Oh, no, I can't.
Oh, sorry, I can't. No, that's too much.
But what's her personality like?
Right. I gotta get to know you first. She already naked, man. You know what's up.
Yeah, no, it's women's fault, I think. Because, yeah.
I mean, you can't.
Yeah.
I just like to put faults. Yeah, I just like to put faults on someone just for fun.
Yeah. Oh wait, are you being serious?
Yeah. On the women. What do you guys think?
I do think you had a valid point there.
The women, you would agree?
Yeah, women.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, women. Some women seek partners, and some women seek companionship, and I feel like it's more so in the hands of the man to an extent. So you can't solely put it on women. That's the thing. So like, if a guy that I was interested in, that was the kind of guy that I would go for, wanted to take things further with me, it'll be everything will be progressive and moved by him. It's not by the woman. And if a guy's not doing that, then how is the woman the blame?
Because wouldn't you say that she's not like a high enough quality? Like if a man doesn't get laid, we put it on the men, right?
Yeah.
So we'll say the men, it's your fault you're not getting laid. You should go make more money, go to the gym, do this, do this. But for women, it's like, if we're not getting into relationships, isn't that our own fault that we should be better?
Right.
I definitely feel like we definitely, if you want to get married, you want to communicate with a guy and tell them that's what my future entails. I want to get married.
Not tell him. I'm saying like bring more to the table.
Yeah, I feel like I bring enough to the table.
I'm not talking about you. I don't know what
I feel like it's important for a woman to let a man know when you start that relationship. This is what I want in a man. Because when I go and get into a relationship, I let them know I want to have kids, but I want to be married first.
No, I agree with you. You should tell him.
Yeah,
but my question wasn't about telling him. My question was, if you're a girl and you can't get in relationships, isn't that your own fault? Like it's
how is it our fault when
like if a man can't get laid, isn't that his fault? Like he
yes or no?
He should go to the gym. He should make more money. Like no guy that's a billionaire isn't getting laid, right? Or making six figures, right?
But there's other things that attract people to him.
Wouldn't you say so you don't think it's his own fault if he doesn't get laid?
Well, if he's a billionaire, then
not a billion. I'm saying like if a man doesn't get laid